Okay, so number 17 and 20. We'll start with 17 and start with cosine theta equals negative cosine 2 theta. Because the left-hand side's in cosine, you're going to rewrite cosine 2 theta in terms of its cosine squared equivalent. So cosine theta equals negative 2 cosine squared theta minus 1. When you distribute the negative through, you'll have negative 2 cosine squared theta plus 1. When you get it in standard form, so that means you're going to bring this over to make it positive, you're going to have 2 cosine squared theta plus the cosine theta that's already there. And then the opposite of positive 1 is negative 1. That now factors into 2 cosine theta minus 1, cosine theta plus 1, just like you're factoring a quadratic. They're equal to 0. Set each of those equal to 0. So 2 cosine theta minus 1 equals 0. Cosine theta equals 1/2. Theta is pi over 3, 5 pi over 3. Cosine theta plus 1 equals 0. That means cosine theta is negative 1. And cosine theta is negative 1 at pi. Number 20 is a little more challenging. 0 equals sine theta over 2 plus sine theta. All right, now there is no equivalent for sine theta over 2 in terms of sine. So you got to start with the cosine, which is the square root of 1 minus cosine theta over 2. That's got a plus minus in front of it. You're going to bring the sine theta and bring that over to the other side. Because it's a plus minus, don't worry about the sign. All right. Because this is underneath the radical, you're going to square both sides. So sine squared equals 1 minus cosine theta over 2. Because this is in terms of cosine, I would rewrite sine squared using Pythagorean identities as 1 minus cosine squared. Because that has division by 2, I would multiply both sides by 2 to get rid of the fraction. That would give you 2 minus 2 cosine squared theta equals 1 minus cosine theta. As you can see, just like the one above it, you then get it in standard form. 2 cosine squared theta minus cosine theta minus 1 is 0. You factor that out, 2 cosine theta plus 1, cosine theta minus 1. Set each of those equal to 0 and solve. 2 cosine theta plus 1 gives you cosine theta equals negative 1/2. That happens at 2 pi over 3 and 4 pi over 3. Number 20, cosine theta equals 1. That's at 0. 4 pi over 3 is most likely an extraneous solution. When you plugged it back in, it wouldn't give you the same thing. However, don't worry about that for the quiz. And the equation part is on Tuesday.